Evil Dead 2, the official board game. How to play. Setting up. After the board has been set up as shown in the instruction book, each player then selects a human character to control and sets their health and virtue dials to their starting values. The space in front of you that contains your character card is your inventory. All cards must be kept face up and are public knowledge to all players. Characters have health and virtue, tracked by dials on their character card. Enemies only have health, tracked on their token dial. Attacks and events can cause damage against both these values. Once a character or an enemy runs out of health, they die. If a character runs out of virtue, they turn Deadite. How to win. Whether human or Deadite, the motivation changes, but the goal remains the same. Collect all 9 unique pages of the Ex Mortis and bring them to the portal in the study. But you must act quickly. If the event deck runs out, time is up and everyone loses. Taking your turn. Event cards. The Evil Dead 2 official board game is not a game of subterfuge. It's all-out action all the time. Players don't have hands. All cards are public information as soon as they're played. Events happen every turn, adding challenges, twists, boons, or random effects. Each player, human and Deadite, plays the top card of the event deck to begin their turn. Some will be enemies, others will have a one-time effect, and then be discarded. Item cards are weapons and objects used to interact with the challenges and environment. You acquire items from the item deck to your inventory. A character can hold up to 2 small weapons or 1 large weapon. There's no limit for special items or ammo. Weapons replace your character's attack rating with their own. Taking your turn. Move phase. All characters can move a number of spaces up to their speed in any direction. Deadite characters can pass through spaces occupied by enemies or Deadite characters, but not human characters. No character may end their turn in the same space as another character or enemy. Deadite players move on their turn, not during the enemy round. Player-controlled characters, Deadites and humans, can move diagonally, while AI players cannot. Taking your turn. Action phase. After moving, the player may make any actions as defined by abilities, cards, or spells. Items may only be used on spaces adjacent or diagonal to the character. Character may use at-will items on adjacent and diagonal allies. Items may be traded to and from adjacent and diagonal characters freely. There is no limit to the number of actions a player takes on their turns, given they're all viable actions. However, any specific action may only be attempted once per turn. Taking your turn. Combat phase. To make an attack on an adjacent or diagonal adversary, roll the Deadite die. A character must attack all adversaries adjacent to them at the end of their turn. Diagonal adversaries may optionally be attacked. There's no limit to the number of attacks a single character can make towards new adversaries in their range, but any given adversary may only be targeted once per turn. When a Deadite and human character enter combat, the attacking player rolls. Both players may apply bonuses from weapons or abilities. Enemy round. After each player character has taken their turn, there is an enemy round. Each enemy moves a number of spaces equal to their speed towards the closest human player, but cannot move diagonally or through walls or barriers. Enemies automatically attack characters that they move adjacent to, ending their movement in the process. There's no limit to the number of attacks a single enemy can make towards new adversaries in their range, but any given adversary may only be targeted once per turn.